Good morning, Internet. Welcome to An Artist's Life. Let's start today with the lovely view of the terns feeding over the sea. I captured this footage last night as the terns were coming in. This time of the year, the terns really come in and feed at the shoals of fish, so I had to share that. And I also kind of might be using this video now as another intro to my vlog because I've really decided to have my vlog be more focused. And I think I would like to have it so that I start each day with you sharing a bit of my view or what I like about my isolated artistic life here, living by the sea. So my new goal for the vlog and for my studio space is to take over this bit of the dining room and the kitchen to have a sort of mini studio. I think by having a very small space, basically living tiny in a large house, it's going to help me to focus my vlog more and also to focus my art better. So I'm taking my desk, which I had actually made into a small studio in the kitchen previous in the year, but found I wasn't using it because the view was distracted a bit because our old windows are more fogged there. So I chose the window in the center of our dining room that has the most clear, loveliest view of the sea. And thought this is where I want to sit in the morning and in the evening to create and think and plan and edit my videos, create my artwork. So since I've been using my printers more to do some printmaking, which I will be sharing in the coming vlogs, I found this old table at our other house. I didn't want to buy anything new, and I took a couple of pelmets or old curtain bits and just used thumbtacks and pinned that on there so that you could, so basically I'm hiding this, and the blue and white of that goes well with my blue and white pottery. And that way you can just pick up the curtain and access the printer. And I'll use decorative items on the top up here that will allow me to hold the curtain back. But when I'm not doing that, I can have lovely decorative items. And then let's just put our things back together. I think one of the things I like about having it in the main part of the house is I'll enjoy kind of messing around with the art tools more this way, like making them decorative. And I even found an old basket, wicker basket with a lid that I'm going to store most of my things I don't want to see on it. I took a couple bits of Hessian twine and just with thumbtacks pinned it across the view with cute little decorative clothes pegs. And this way I can let my prints dry during the day or leave up things to be inspired. And then when I don't want to see it, I can easily put that away. I really think by living small in a large house, which is what I'm trying to do, it's going to help me to really focus. Now, our house isn't huge, but it's pretty big, but it needs so much work that I often find myself distracted with the things that need to be done. So by giving myself this small area of a tiny little table with my printers, a small desk with a few drawers, a couple of places to hang my prints to dry, and a little wicker basket to keep my extra things in, I think it's just going to be the perfect setup. It's going to allow me to live as if I'm in a tiny house. And of course, this also allows me the best view I love from our dining room, which also looks out into my little terrace, which I like to film at. So basically, this little tight area of my little bit of my terrace, my small desk, a few little side tables, and our dining room table as a workspace is really allowing me to have basically a tiny minimal studio for vlogging, filming, painting, and printmaking. And this is how I hope to go forward with my vlog now, so I can share everything basically from the tiny desk. I haven't thought of changing the name to Art from the Tiny Desk, but I've changed the name so many times. So let's get into today's printmaking. So here we have a jelly plate, which is a gelatin-based plate that you can use for printmaking. And by using some simple, inexpensive acrylic paints, I'm just going to be making a background. Now, I used to be a printmaker in that I used to use a large press. I used to do screen printing, silk screening, those type of things. But I moved my work digitally a few years back, and I really never looked back. It's much easier. It's more mobile. I really appreciate and enjoy it. But of late, I've been thinking how nice it would be to take my digital work, particularly my animal series, and to bring them into the real world through printmaking, making like one-offs or maybe 3 prints of one piece of work. So what I'm doing here is by spreading the acrylic and by gathering some things from my garden, which I always am inspired by getting things from our beach or the garden or walking through our wood, I just spread that down. And with this first pass of ink, this first bit of print, when I pick it up, will be removing all of that paint from the jelly plate, but it will not be removing the paint underneath anything I've placed upon it. In this case, it was leaves. So that is the first pass. Now sometimes you can do that and then the second pass would be a second print, but in this case what I've started to do is, because the jelly plates are clear, I've done this first pass, and even though it's still a bit damp, with the paint that was underneath the leaves, the detail there, now I can take the clear of the jelly plate and set it over the top, lining it up, and then that way it allows me to do the second pass of the print. So now this piece of paper is now getting its second layer of print, which adds a tiny bit of detail to the areas that were sort of negative space in the previous passing of the print. And then how my printmaking is going to go thus far in this particular style I'm trying is it will then receive a third print, and that third print is something I've been working on, where I'm taking my a stage of my drawings that I do digitally in oil and pen, in watercolor and pen, and then I print it onto a piece of acetate or plastic or PVC type paper, which is what this is. It's really covered in paint because I've done it so many times. Then I just use a simple little tool like this, like you would use for simple screen printing, to pull across, and because the ink sets on top of that acetate and I'm very careful, I'm able to get a print from that so that I've basically made a background, and then now I've taken one stage of my digital drawing, and by playing with it with colors and in a more pop art way, I've given it a printmaking feel. And so now here we can see this is my two greyhounds in two chairs, antique chairs, which is a piece I'm currently still working on. I'll share that later when it's finished in its digital form. But here we can see that it is, this would be a one-off print. And this way I can sell these prints possibly on Etsy, and we'll see how that goes. I just really wanted to start having some printmaking made out of my digital paint, or digital paintings and digital drawings. So, and the YouTube journey has really brought me to want to think about that, find a way to share that with all of you. So, yeah, so that's what I've done today, and I hope to be doing more in the future. So I think I will close out today's video because it's getting too long, and then I can start thinking about the next video. I think I'll close here today. I think we've done enough moving the desk and making the small studio, and I hope you enjoyed a bit of my printmaking. As I said, I'm going to be doing I'm just really trying to get back into printmaking and trying to do it in a new way, so I don't need the big equipment like I used to have, because I really am trying to keep things small. I think the more I can kind of condense my living so that I can vlog, blog, do my artwork, my gardening and everything, but try to do it in a small bit of space, it will help me to not be so distracted by all the things that need to get done around here. So even though there's more of this house, I'm going to just focus on a very small, manageable bit. So hopefully that'll be entertaining. But yeah, I'm hoping this restructure of how I hope to do the vlog as well as my art and my daily life will help me to be more regular at posting. My goal, I think, is to post 3 times a week. We'll see how that goes. And I think that's probably a good schedule to start with, but at this point, if I can get one good video out a week, that's probably good. So, but I will share with you the next time we do a vlog to let you know what my schedule should hopefully be. Well, thanks for joining me today at An Artist's Life. Tomorrow, or the next vlog will probably be, I think I want to work on the little section where I move this desk. I want it to have the, have it sort of have like a little cafe feel, because I do miss going to the cafe, so I figured why not have a nice little mini cafe set up for myself here. I can vlog and talk with you. We can sit and look at the sea and talk about art and gardening and sip coffee and tea, whatever. So that will probably be the next next vlog. We'll see. All right, well, thank you for joining me here. Oh, and I forgot I was going to share. I think this is dry, although I guess I've already shared it by, I'll have scanned it and put it in probably. But yeah, that was the print I did. And this piece again, this is from a drawing in the watercolor study I made, which this final piece will actually be in digital oils or digital pastels, and that will be made for mass produced on items like home goods, bed linens, things like that. But at this stage where it's a sketch in a watercolor, I feel like that's the best spot to sort of take it into the physical world and just do maybe one-off prints. We'll see. I haven't had an Etsy shop in years, so I thought it might be kind of fun to try an Etsy shop that way, which I thought could be of interest to other artists and other people who are interested as well. So we can kind of go on that voyage together. All right, I'm really going to close now. Thanks for joining me here today at An Artist's Life, and I will see you next time. And remember to stay creative. Cheers.